Hi, friends. Thank you so much for being here. It's been so long. I wanted to do a video. I will be doing more videos. I am sorry about the long break that I was on. Had to do take care of some personal healing and personal things, but I am back. Thank you if you're still here. Thank you for coming in if you are new. I do pick a card readings, and today we are going to be doing a pick a card reading of just a loving, encouraging message. This is a message from Spirit. What does Spirit have to say to you? It is a love letter from Spirit, if you will. This is a reading I offer on my Etsy store as a personal reading. So it's just going to be looking at just what does your spirit team have to say to you at this time to encourage you? What does your spirit team have to communicate with you at this time? And we are going to be getting any and all messages. I will be using a tarot deck and some oracle decks, but to get started, we have three options. Option number one is going to be this Bright Destiny card. Option number two is going to be the White Sage card. Option number three is going to be the Daughter of the Sacred Heart. Take a minute, pause the video if you need to. Ask yourself which pile or piles have a message for you. And let's jump right into the reading. Hello, pile number one. Welcome to your reading. This is going to be your reading if you were drawn to the Bright Destiny card. And we are going to place this, actually, we're going to leave this card at the center for this reading. So I want to talk about this card because this card is a part of your reading. But before we get started, just a quick reminder, this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind. You know yourself best. If the message does not fit, do not force it to fit. So we are going to start by looking at what the messages that are coming through already are, because as I was shuffling this card for your choice, there were so many messages coming in pile number one. So for my pile number ones, you are in this place of unknowns, right? You don't know. There's a lot of things that are not clear for you right now. For some of you, what you have been dealing with has been relationships, love, and love that is not exactly what you need it to be or what you want it to be. So this could be a pile that you've been dealing with relationships that have not been the most respectful to you. You may have been in connection situations, and this doesn't have to be romantic. It could be platonic. It could be family. It could be anything, any sort of one-on-one connection where you are breaking free from a pattern of connection relationship situations where the people in those relationships have not been the most respectful. They don't make you feel like you are worthy. They don't make you feel like they appreciate who you are. And for my pile number ones, what is happening is that you're undergoing this butterfly transformation, right? You are in this place of, I don't know exactly what's coming. I don't know exactly what is going to be happening, but it's this energy of transformation. It's this energy of going from the caterpillar to the butterfly. It's this energy of not knowing, though, right? It's darkness. It's a dark night of the soul. It's confusion. It's not knowing exactly what's next. And for some of you, you may feel like you need to figure things out right away. Like, what is the meaning of this? I need to figure this out immediately. And that's just not the case. Right now, it is okay for you to be in this energy of I don't know. It is okay for you to be in this energy of healing. Not only is it okay, it is what you are being guided to do, because as the card says, it became a butterfly, right? You are becoming a butterfly. You are evolving. You are growing. And one of the most important messages Spirit has for you today, pile number one, is do not force something that is not ready to be. Some of you are trying to force action. Some of you are trying to force clarity. Some of you are trying to force something to happen. And for many of you, what you're trying to force is, I need to make a decision. I need to know what's next. I need to figure this out because I am in this place of unknowns. I am in this place of indecision. I am in this place of just not knowing. And like I said, for many of you, this has to do with relationships and people who were in connection with you that were not the most respectful, that were not appreciating you. You are someone who gives, 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 and people have taken advantage of that, pile number one. So the main message here so far is speaking to two things: this transformation and saying it's gonna get better. The answers are coming in. And also, you are absolutely right when it comes to not letting anyone come into your life to take space if that's not if they are not showing you that they appreciate you, if they are not showing you that they value you, and if they are not showing up and putting effort into the connection. Let's get started. I want to shuffle. We are going to shuffle the cards on camera. And I'm already seeing the 10 of Swords and the 5 of Swords as I'm cutting the deck, as I'm working through this. Again, that confirmation, that unknown, feeling overwhelmed, feeling frustrated, not understanding exactly what's coming up, not understanding why you feel stuck, feeling overwhelmed, feeling like you've reached a breaking point as well. And this is part of where you are meant to be. You are here because you are meant to go through this period of healing. And the answers will reveal themselves as you move along. Pile number one. Like I said, I am going to do this in a different way than I usually read tarot cards. And I do this for this type of reading where I am just going to read the cards and choose a message. We are going to leave this King of Wands out. I am going to read the message as I would for this specific reading. I do offer this on my Etsy store. So it's going to be a little bit different. I am going to go until we feel a stopping point. But yeah, let's get started. So we're going to put the deck right there. And I want to talk about this King of Wands to start. Because what is happening for you, what Spirit is saying is happening for you, pile number one, is that you are growing in your confidence. You are growing in your self-worth. You are no longer able. I want to use the word able. You are no longer able to ignore certain behaviors, to ignore certain situations and circumstances that make you feel less than. And for many of you, this has to do with relationships. For others of you, this could be like a career, a job. But even in a career or job, there's another person here that's just not being respectful to you, pile number one. It's this energy of you are gaining confidence in yourself and your abilities and who you are, and you are seeing the beauty of who you are. And Spirit is really saying, continue to work on developing your skills, on mastering yourself, on getting to where you need to be. This is a time where you need to focus on yourself, where you need to focus on where you are going, how you're going to get there. For many of you, you are working on, like, this is not something that has happened overnight. This is you putting in the work to become more confident, to become more aware of your self-worth. You have been putting this work in. For many of you, it's been months, if not years, of, I see my worth because I keep investing in myself. Some of you have been investing in learning new things, whether that is in the traditional way of going to like a class, going to school, or whether it's self-study. Self-mastery is coming up as very important, and Spirit is really wanting to encourage you, pile number one, to continue. Things are not easy right now, right? Spirit is absolutely recognizing that. Things are not easy right now. You are feeling You're feeling the weight of the world. For some of you, it feels like you are carrying a lot on your shoulders. And for some of you, I have to be honest, it almost feels like, when is this going to end? I am ready to give up. I am ready to walk away from this energy. Spirit is saying, keep going. Keep going because you're closer than what you think. Keep going because you are stronger. Keep going because these obstacles are meant to be surpassed. You are meant to get to the other side of this. You are not meant to stay here. You are not meant to be in this energy and not move forward. With this Nine of Wands, what Spirit is really saying is, keep going. You are closer than what you realize, and also you are stronger than what you give yourself credit for. And I am not in any way trying to romanticize this situation, because I do feel like for many of you, this has been a very difficult period of transformation. But the message here is clear. keep going, because on the other side of this is exactly what you want to get to. On the other side of this is going to be the goals that you've been working towards. On the other side of this is going to be the success that you want. And you are coming out of this on the other side, where you are going to be more clear about who you are, what you represent, what you want in life, what matters to you, and you are going to be able to really go after it, really be clear about what action steps are going to get you there. And again, right now, very confusing energy for this pile, but it's not going to be for long, because you are, during this time period, what you are doing is you are connecting to your higher self. You are connecting to your truth. You are connecting to who you are, what you represent. You are connecting to what it is that you want to experience in this world. And for many of you, that has been changing, that has been growing. Your level of self-awareness is growing and expanding at this time. And there's a lot of changes which can be very fear-inducing, but this is also going to help you to live a more fulfilled, satisfied life, because you've changed, you've transformed. So what you wanted a year ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago is no longer in alignment with who you are today. And this is why you're in this dark night of the soul, in this butterfly transformation, so that you can observe the energy, right? Spirit is saying continue to observe. For some of you, you have a spirit animal that is coming in the form of a hawk or an eagle. If that resonates, work with the spirit animal. For others of you, you are seeing more birds than you usually do. It may be the same type of bird. This bird is a spirit animal, a messenger. Pay attention to what you are seeing. Pay attention to your thoughts. Pay attention to how you are feeling at this time. Very important, pile number one, because spirit is supporting you. Spirit, your spirit team is here to support you. Your spirit team is also saying that they will be sending helpers in. They will be sending people that are going to help you in, to kind of help you along the way. And for some of you, those people are already in your life. For others of you, these are new people coming in as you create space from the people that are not in alignment with you. But for some of you, these people are already in your life. But for many of you, this is also representing your spirit team. So this is a great time to get in touch with your spirit animals, spirit guides, higher self, any ascended masters that you may want to work with. But most importantly, the higher self and the spirit guides is what's coming in here. And look at that, the King of Cups. It's very important to pay attention to your gifts. Many of you are clairsentient, which is clear feeling. You receive guidance, you receive information through your body, through your feelings. I am getting many of you in the gut is where you feel this, where you may feel yes, no, and getting clear about this is what yes means to me. This is what yes feels to me. This is what no feels like to me, so that you know that you are acting in accordance with your own inner guidance. This is a time for you to get in touch with your intuition and with your instincts, because they will not lead you astray. And look at that. Yeah, because you're breaking free. You are breaking free. For many of you, you are breaking free from shadow aspects, and that is what you are breaking free from at this time. There are limiting beliefs that you are working with, and what you are realizing is that you have more power than what you previously thought. For some of you, there's been at least one person. This could have been growing up. This could have been a romantic partner or a friend, but there's at least one person that really, it's almost like this person really was taking, they really messed with your self-confidence, with your self-worth. They really put limitations on who you are and what you can achieve, and they really made you doubt yourself, and you're breaking free from this. I actually want to bring in a different deck. Spirit, for my pile number ones, tell me more here. What do you want to tell my pile number ones, Spirit? Yeah, something is not for you, and that is okay. Whatever it is that's not for you, pile number one, that's what's being removed. That's why this can no longer stay in your life. And for some of you, for a very long time, you tried to keep this thing, this circumstance, this person in your life. And it's gotten to the point where you cannot ignore it. For some of you, someone walked out of your life. For others of you, you just could no longer ignore it and you had to push them out of your life, because this person was keeping you trapped. This person was really affecting the way that you thought about yourself. And for many of you, actually, I don't want to say many. For some of you, this was not another person. This could have been either yourself or a circumstance or a situation. And for some of you, it could have been both. It could have been a person and then some other external circumstances that were really affecting your relationship to yourself. But what Spirit is saying here is it's time to find it's time to find yourself, to rediscover yourself, to reconnect with yourself. That's coming in as important at this time. Being adventurous, trying new things. For some of you, new hobbies coming in as well. Let's take a look here. Yeah. But in order for those things to come through, you needed this break. You needed to take a break from your day-to-day life. And that's why you're being given time to breathe. You are being given time to connect to yourself. This is why Spirit is almost taking you out and putting you on a timeout. And for some of you, that's very frustrating, but this is happening to help you reconnect. For many of you, it's about giving you space to reconnect to the dreamer within, to reconnect with your inner child, to figure out what it is that you want to experience, what it is that you want to explore, and how do you want to feel. And what many of you are realizing is that something that you thought was impossible is actually not impossible. Something that you thought was never going to be for you is not necessarily out of reach, that you have the ability to manifest this thing. And for many of you, it's a relationship, it's a connection that is a soulmate connection, that is someone who appreciates you, who gives to you, who understands you, who respects you, who is willing to give to you the same way that you give to them. And you've been wishing on this. You've been wanting this. You've been desiring this. Spirit is saying, we've heard you, but we had to clear out the way. We had to get rid of this chaos and conflict. And like I said, for some of you, this chaos and conflict was a very specific person that had to be removed from your life, that had to be kicked out of your life. And you had to choose yourself. You had to walk away. And I want to say, for some of my pile number ones, it almost felt like you were forced to walk away. It almost felt like you had no other option, whether it was because somebody walked away from you or because you realized you just could not. There was no viable way for this to keep going. And I want to keep saying, this doesn't necessarily have to be a person, but I do think for many of you, this is at least one person, if not multiple people. But you are in a place of self-love. You are in a place of choosing yourself, loving yourself, and doing what you need to do for yourself. And this is why, again, you're in this place of transition. This is why you're in between worlds right now. This is why nothing is clear. But Spirit is saying, this connection, and for some of you, it's a connection to self. It's a deeper connection to self. For others of you, it's a soulmate. This is promised. This is going to happen for you. You just have to get through this period of time. You just have to allow the change to happen. And this change wants to come in. This change is manifesting in your life. One thing is, do not fight this at this time. Try not to fight this change, because there's a lot of healing that's happening with yourself, with your past. For some of you, you are having to come to terms with your past and understand that certain people just couldn't come along for the ride. Certain situations, certain ideas, certain beliefs, they just couldn't come along for the ride. And this is going to lead you to your happy place. This is going to lead you to the happiness that you seek. And that's what you are realizing. You are putting yourself first. You are stepping into this Queen of Swords energy, regardless of gender, where you are being more discerning, where you are speaking up, where you are standing your ground, where you are being more observant of the energies around you. And there's a lot here that is ready to be celebrated. There's a lot here that's coming in that is a gift from Spirit. For many of you, look at how far you've come. You're not giving yourself courage for everything that you've done in the past few months, in the past year or so. There's been a lot of change for this group, and you are co-creating. You are creating change. You are bringing in your own sense of justice. This is not something that's just coming in because it's being given to you. You've earned this. you've earned this gift from spirit. And there's a lot of ideas that are now starting to flow towards you. Write them down. Figure out what you want to accomplish. Figure out what you want to do first. Oh, two of them wanted to come out. No place. Yeah, you're coming home to yourself because of this regeneration period. You're coming home to yourself. You are figuring out that you do not need anyone else. That you are well, that you are great, that you are fine, that you've got yourself, that you've got your own back, that you deserve love and care, and that you can give that to yourself. I'm hearing kind of like that Miley Cyrus song, Flowers, where, you know, I can get myself my own flowers. I can do this for myself. And that doesn't mean that someone else can't come in and do it for me. But that means in the meantime, I'm going to take care of myself and I'm not going to settle for anything less. And this has taken a lot of higher self work, right? Where you've had to connect with your higher self, where you've had to do the work, where you've had to forgive yourself, where you've even had to forgive other people. And you've had to realize that life is not happening to you, it's happening for you. That life wants the best for you, that the universe wants the best for you, that your spirit team wants the best for you. And your spirit team is so proud of you, pile number 1. Continue to observe. Because there's a lot of synchronicities that are still going to be coming in, that are still showing themselves to you. And this is going to help you create a more balanced life. Spirit is also saying this is not the time for extremes. This is not the time for hot and cold, white or black. This is the time to stay within balance, within moderation, understanding that there are no absolutes, right? That there are many shades to the rainbow. That nothing is forever, and that the wheel of time, the wheel of life is always changing. That when you are at the bottom, you will always go back to the top. And also a reminder that sometimes we are at the top and we have to kind of go back down and experience some lessons. We are here to learn. And right now you are learning, but you are ready to move forward. You are ready to move out of this energy. And you are ready to plant some new seeds, pile number 1. And those seeds, they are going to give back to you. You will reap what you sow. And for many of you, this is going to come in the form of love, whether that is more self-love or that is a soulmate. If you are seeking a soulmate, whether that is a friendship or a romantic situation, that's coming in for you. That will be at the end of the rainbow for you. Do not feel like you are racing against time. This TikTok, this energy that you feel like if I don't do this now, it's never going to happen for me. That's just ego. That's not true. You will have your success. And for many of you, this is going to lead you to more abundance, not only in the spiritual and emotional realms, but in the physical realm, where you will be able to make more money, where you will be able to bring in more abundance and manifest more of what you want, because this has been a very stagnant period. Because you had to get to your truth. You had to understand what your truth is. And you can't have distractions, because it's very hard to connect to truth when there are distractions around. If people, situations, circumstances have been removed from your life, they weren't meant to be there anymore. They were meant to get out of the way so that you can get in tune with your truth, so that you can be aligned with your truth. A lot of people who were wearing masks have been removed for this pile. But right now it's time to focus on the here and now. It's time to focus on the present moment, pile number 1. And right now in the present moment, again, there is this energy of stagnancy. But what you don't realize is that there's so much more happening behind this. That this stagnant period is actually a gift from spirit to you to allow you to reconnect with yourself. To allow you to gain a different perspective, to allow you to see something from a different way. And you will be receiving information soon. For many of you, this message in a bottle is coming from spirit. This is coming in as an aha moment. This is coming in as a realization of what's to come. Let go of control. Let go of control, pile number 1. Anytime you feel like you need to control the situation, practice surrendering. Yeah, this is a time to be receptive. This is not a time to control. Be open. Opportunities will be showing up for you. But you have to be honest with yourself. And you have to be honest and see things for what they are. It's not time for rose-colored glasses. See things and people exactly for what they are. Because you are going to rebuild. But in order to rebuild, you're going to have to figure out exactly what it is that you are building. And you're going to have to figure out who can come along with you. Not everybody deserves a spot in your wish fulfillment. Not everything deserves a space for your wish fulfillment. And get clear about what it is that you want and need. Yeah, because look at that. I don't usually have the cards in reverse. That's coming out because it wants to come out. That soulmate in reverse, because somebody here, for many of you, this is a person where someone is not in alignment with your future and you have to leave them behind because there are other soulmates. There are other connections. And this doesn't have to be a romantic person, a romantic partner. This could be something else. Yeah, whoever, if this resonates with you, this person makes you feel less than. This person holds you back. This person makes you feel left out. This person is hot and cold. And again, it doesn't just have to be a romantic partner. You're ready for someone who is going to be able to meet you halfway. You are ready for someone who is going to be able to connect with you and give back to you, pour into you the way that you pour into them. And in the meantime, it's time to pour into yourself. Whatever happened, whatever left, whatever is still leaving your life was meant to leave your life. This tower moment, these foundations that were not strong enough, they had to go. And again, if this is not about a person, this could be an internal thing. This could be external. This could be career. This could be anything else. But I think for many of you, there are people involved in this. And you're transitioning. You're leaving it behind. And what you're going to find is you are going to find more peace, harmony, and stability where you are going. Your milk and honey. Your abundance is there, right? Look at this. But the fork is that fork in the road. You still have options to make. Choose yourself with love. That's the energy that's coming in. Yeah, choose yourself with love. Make sure that you are doing what is right. That you are honoring what you know. Keep yourself grounded, pile number 1. Grounding yourself, meditation. Not letting people's ideas, opinions get to you coming in as very important. Because this is about your purpose. And you will be getting clear about your purpose over the next couple of months. You will be stepping into your Queen of Cups regardless of gender, where you are going to be operating from a place of intuition, from a place of love, from a place of understanding, of higher self. For many of you, you are connecting to your spirituality in ways that you've never have before. And it's time to work with your higher chakras, which is the third eye and the crown chakra, even the soul star chakra. Time to work with those and figure out what's coming next in this journey. Don't compare yourself to other people. Let people do what they want to do. Let people act in the way that they need to act. Focus on yourself at this time. For some of you, taking a social media break. It's time to go. Yeah, leave the past behind. Leave whatever is not working, leave it behind because it's only pulling you back. And again, that serendipity. There are no coincidences. And what you're going to start to notice is things are just going to fall into place for you. Opportunities are going to fall into place. And they're going to bring in more abundance. They're going to bring in more balance for you. More give and take. And it's going to take you exactly where you are meant to be. Pile number 1, I'm going to end it here because it feels like that is where the message wants to end. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. Thank you for being here. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Let me know what you'd like to see next in the comment section. Let me know if this resonated with you in the comment section and if you like this style of reading. As a reminder, it is available on my Etsy store. It's the Love Letter from Spirit Intuitive Tarot reading for personal readings. But I just want to send so much love, so many blessings, and we will talk soon. Bye for now. Hello, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. This is going to be your reading if you were drawn to the White Sage card. And as a reminder, this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind. You know yourself best. If the message does not fit, do not force it to fit. For this reading, it's going to be a little bit different than my usual pick a card. We will be using we're going to be using a tarot deck and possibly a oracle deck. I will be shuffling and I'm going to allow the message to come through as long as it needs to. There is no time limit on this. Once I feel that the message is done, I will end the reading. I will use most, if not all, of the deck for this reading, and it's a reading that I have on my Etsy store. If anyone wants to get a personal reading, check that out. Thank you for being here. So for this group with the white sage here, this is a group where you are extremely intuitive. You are very gifted. This is a group where you have a lot of psychic, intuitive gifts. You could be clairsentient, you could be claircognizant, you could be clairvoyant, you could be all three, you could be a combination, you could be many other things. For some of you, you may identify as a witch. There's a very wise woman energy to this group. And you're very aware of how things work and the world around you. And right now, it feels like the message that wants to come through, and we're going to verify that with the other cards, is one to encourage you to trust yourself and trust the process. So for this group, it could be that you've been trying to manifest something, you've been trying to get clear about something, you've been trying to make something happen, and it's not happening as quick as you'd like. And the message here is everything is happening and unfolding exactly as it should. Do not doubt your intuition because your intuition is correct. Pile number 2. That's coming through very, very strongly. It's like some of you are doubting what you thought you knew. And it's very clear here that the message is don't doubt yourself because what you thought, what you know is actually the truth. It's just not working out as fast as you'd like it. Like it really does feel like a timing issue for this group. And a reminder that things are going to unfold the way that they have to. So for this group, it's almost like you're being encouraged to practice patience at this time. And it may not be the easiest energy for you to be patient because I do feel that this is a group where you can usually like manifest rather quickly, or you can realize that, you know, it's like you have a gift of prophecy where what you know is coming usually shows up shortly after it becomes, you know, you become aware of it. But it's about, this is a time of trusting yourself, trusting your process, and trusting your intuition. Now, let's get into the rest of the message. As I said, I will be shuffling on camera, and we're going to be doing this reading on camera. Spirit for pile number 2. What does my pile number 2 need to know at this time? Yeah, there's something here that you're trying to manifest. Spirit is saying it's coming your way. Pile number 2. It's you've earned it. It's already yours. It's coming your way. You are correct about what you know. Some of you could be Libra, Cancer, and Pisces are coming through. This is the Libra card, but Cancer and Pisces are coming through. Scorpio as well. So a lot of water sign. A lot of air sign energy coming through. But Spirit is saying there's something that you've already earned. It's coming your way. You will create this. The foundation has already been set. It's just taking a little longer than what you thought. In the meantime, focus on what you need to do. Focus on what you've been doing. Do not let this discourage you. For my pile number 2s, there's a very important message coming in from your spirit team saying, continue to move forward. This is not the time to walk away. This is not the time to give up on something that you want. Continue to fuel your desire for this because you desire this. You want this. You know this is meant for you. There's this energy of a strong foundation coming in. And it's coming with a base of love. Continue to pour into yourself. Continue to take care of yourself. For this group, self-care. Because you're doubting yourself. And Spirit is saying, please do not doubt yourself. Do not doubt your abilities. Do not doubt who you are, what you are. For some of you, you have a business and you're trying to manifest more clients. For others of you, this could be money. This could be anything. This could be a relationship, but I'm kind of getting a lot of, I'm getting a very clear message for some of you that this has to do with like clients or business or money. But it could be anything, different messages for different people. Yeah, continue to pour into yourself. Continue to be excited about this. And it can be hard to remain excited about something when you feel it's not manifesting in the way that you wanted it to. And Spirit is really saying, we know this, but it's taking longer for a reason. It's not showing up as fast as you'd like for a reason. Continue your spiritual practices as well, because your intuition is right. That is a main message that's coming in here. Your intuition is right. Do not doubt your intuition. Yeah. And your spirit team is with you. Your spirit team is really working with you to get this manifested for you. And it's going to help you to remain focused on the prize. There's an opportunity that's going to come in that's going to speed this up. There's an opportunity that's going to come in that's going to clear the way for you, that's going to like open the path forward. I actually want to grab a different deck. One second, pile number 2. I wasn't going to use this deck, but it wants to come out, so I am going to honor it. We're going to use the Everyday Witch Oracle. Spirit, what is this energy for pile number 2? Yeah, ground and center. Ground and center. There's an opportunity coming. You're not very clear on what that is yet. You're not meant to be. And it's time to focus on focus on self-love, focus on self-care. That's coming in very strongly. It's like focus on self-love, focus on self-care, focus on the things that you love, the things that matter. For some of you, connecting with friends and loved ones and just kind of, distracting yourself as you give this time to manifest, very important, because this will manifest. As I said, for many of you, this is something that's going to bring in some sort of abundance. It could be money. It could be a new career. It could just be the satisfaction of doing something that you love. And this is all about the transition. You are moving towards it. It's just taking longer than what you thought. And it's very important to keep yourself grounded at this time. Let's take a look at this one. Inspiration and courage. Yeah. It's important to hold the vision for this group. Hold the vision, because some of you are wanting to walk away from it. For some of you, this is going to be a spiritual career. This is going to be something, maybe you're going to be offering spiritual services. For some of you, you could be like a tarot reader. You could be someone who does divination in some form, or you could offer like Reiki, healings, something along those lines is what's coming through. And we have, meditation for clarity. The answers are going to come in. And for this group, I do feel like the answers are already within. You just have to tap into them. And it's going to come in as like almost an opportunity of like, okay, if I do this, then my opportunities are going to open up for me. But Spirit is saying, continue to work on this. Continue to plant the seeds. Do not lose the vision. Do not give up on this. Do not walk away from this, because you're meant to see this through. You're the Empress. You're going to see this through. This is going to be abundance. This is creation. For some of you, it's like this has to do with creating something, bringing something to life. This could be a literal baby for someone, but I'm getting this is more about a creation, an idea, a project that's taking form. And with the water magic, continuing to work on your craft. Your intuition, very important. For some of you, working with spells, working with manifestation techniques, candle magic. For others of you, spiritual baths coming in as important. But this card is really speaking to making sure that you continue to connect to your intuition, that you continue to connect to your spiritual gifts. As I said, for many of you, you have many spiritual gifts that are there for you. And this is going to, Spirit is saying, your fulfillment, your satisfaction, you will have spiritual and physical abundance here. It's guaranteed. It's yours. It's going to show up. Do not fear that it's not going to show up. Look at this. 10 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles. This is going to lead you to personal abundance, personal satisfaction, personal fulfillment. There's achievements here. And for some of you, what you're going to have is not only achievements in your personal life, but in your career, in your work, in your line of business. And gratitude and thanks. But you have to remain connected to the vision. Don't allow yourself to become cynical. Don't allow yourself to lose your ability to believe in what you know is for you. You want it because it wants you back, pile number 2. But right now, there's almost a little bit of inaction. And that's there for a reason. That's there because things are happening behind the scenes. Things that you are not seeing are happening behind the scenes. But options are going to be showing up soon. And there's very clear message here for my pile number 2s. Not every opportunity is a good opportunity. Not everything that glitters is gold. So be very discerning. Be very mindful. This is why it's important for this group to be connected to intuition and instincts, because you're going to know what's right for you. There may be an opportunity that shows up at one point that you will know is not for you, that you will be tempted to take because you want to get to where you want to be. And Spirit is saying, do not be fooled by something that is not the right thing for you, by someone that is not the right opportunity, by someone that is not the right person for the job. That's coming through. So for some of you, this is going to be a person. For others of you, it's going to be an opportunity. But the reminder here is, stick to what you know and honor what you know. You know what your truth is. You are the wise woman, wise person, wise man. Don't forget that. And speak your mind. Don't be afraid to network. Don't be afraid to say, no, that's not for me. Don't be afraid to communicate your needs, your thoughts, your opinions with others. And this is not a time where you need to force anything. This is not a time where you need to be worried that something is not going to work out for you, because your success is assured. If you're struggling with surrendering, that is something to practice at this time. Pile number 2. Yeah, because there's something that's in alignment. There's something that is meant for you. There's something that was created for you. And that thing is coming through. It will be yours. Do not doubt that. Yeah, change in progress. They're making their way towards you. But again, there's something here that's taking longer than what you're used to, and that's what's making you nervous. But Spirit is saying, sit in your strength. Sit in what you know. Trust yourself and trust the process. It's coming in. You've earned it. For my pile number 2s, don't let the emotions take over. Don't make decisions based on emotions alone. Make sure that you are using discernment. Make sure that you are being rational. That's coming through as important, pile number 2. And you will be expanding. There is expansion here. You will get to where you want to be. You will get to where you need to be. And for many of you, this manifestation is going to require you to do things that you've never done before, to try things that you've never tried before. And with the fire magic coming in here, again, candle magic for this group coming in as very important, as something that could be very helpful, but also with the fire magic, getting rid of doubt, getting rid of anything that is not in alignment with what it is that you are trying to create. For this group, I'm going to bring in a third deck. It wants to come in, so I'm going to honor that. Usually I use 2 to 3, so we're doing 3 for this group. Spirit, tell me more of what my pile number 2s need to know. Yeah, this is a time to regenerate your energy. I'm going to put this off to the side. It's time to regenerate your energy. Success is yours. Success is assured. You will be seen. You will get to where you want to be. That keeps coming in as true. But right now you are working through a period of the unknown. And that's a very common energy right now, because as I'm recording this, September 2024, and this is timeless, so you could be watching this at any point. But if you're watching this as I'm recording this, we just had the partial lunar eclipse in Pisces. So there is a lot of unknowns right now. Look at this, hibernation. Wow, we have regeneration twice. Spirit is saying, don't worry, take care of yourself. Do what you need to do for yourself. Everything else is going to fall into place. Right now, this is a time of observation. Right now, it's time to clean everything up. It's time to make space for what it is that you want. This is almost like a spring cleaning energy, even though where I'm at and when I'm at, we're moving towards fall of 2024. But this is a time to clean it up, almost like spring cleaning. And really get to the basics. Get down to the basics. And work on your skill set, work on your confidence, work on your self-worth. For some of you, doing moon magic can be very helpful. I keep getting candle magic and moon magic for this group. Rebirth and reinvention. This is coming in, but you have to go through this rebirth period first. For some of you, you are fine-tuning your intuition. Keep going. It's not a time to give up. But give yourself some time as well. Balance between, this is really what this is saying is, do not give up, but give yourself time to regenerate. And for some of you, in your dream state, there's a lot that happens. In meditation, there's a lot that happens. So taking a break where you're not doing anything, where you're not scrolling through your phone, where you're not, watching TV, where you can just be and just exist is going to be very helpful. Because your wish is coming, but some things are being cleared out right before it comes in. And with this message in the bottle, Spirit is going to send information very, very soon. And you may realize, again, there's opportunities here. And one of those opportunities is not going to be the right one for you. So it's important for you to be aware of that. Yeah, with this 10 of Wands, it's time to prioritize. It's time to get clear about what it is that you want and need. And what doesn't require your time or energy. What doesn't deserve your time or energy. Tears of joy and sadness. And for some of you, a lot of healing. A lot of healing coming in here. If you have a cat, your cat is a familiar. That's a very specific message for someone. If you've been wondering that, your cat is a familiar. And with this tears of joy and sadness, what Spirit is saying is feel the feelings. But again, we're not making decisions based solely on those feelings. Yeah, some of you are going to be taking a entrepreneurship opportunity, or you're going to be embarking on one. If you are already an entrepreneur, you're going to see progress. But don't worry about the time frame. Don't worry about how exactly this has to happen, and stop putting expiration dates on things. For some of my pile number 2s, I almost get this energy of, if it doesn't happen by this time, it's not meant to be, so I'm going to move on to the next thing. Spirit is saying no. Some of you are going to be paving your own way forward, your own path forward. Yeah, but you need to dig deep, because there's something that you're just not aware of yet, or there's something that you need to process before you continue to move forward. Yeah, with the King of Swords and this dig deep, it's time to go within, observe the energy. And focus on the here and now. Very important message of just remaining present, grounding yourself. Receptivity. Remaining receptive, coming through as important here. And affirmation for positive change. Yeah, because positive change is happening for this group. It's just taking a little bit longer because there's something that you need to work through in your own mind. But that's going to put you on the path of your life purpose. It's going to put you on the path of what is meant for you. And it's very important for this group to not just accept anything because it shows up. Wait for the right opportunity. Wait for what you know is meant for you and what is right for you. Look at this. There's something in your fate here. There's something that's fated for you. And we have affirmation for acceptance. It is what it is. Work from where you are at. Accept things for what they are. Coming through is very important. This is meant to take longer. Divine timing is at play here. because you're meant to break free from something before what it is that you want comes through, so that you can be more in tune with your higher self when it does come through, and that you're more in tune with your intuition. For some of you, you are working on healing a part of the ego so that you can build on what it is that you want, so that you can receive it open-heartedly, so that you can recognize what is part of your soul path. And we have cleansing body and spirit here. Yeah, that's what's happening. What did I say? Spiritual bath, the water elements, very important. I said this at the very beginning. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, very strong for this group. Spiritual bath, candle magic, and what was the other one for this group? I said spiritual bath, candle magic, and I can't remember what I said. That's what happens. I forget things, but I'm sure you know. You've been watching. Hopefully you caught it, but spiritual bath can be very helpful. Water element, very clairsentient, clairvoyant, claircognizant group. There could be other spiritual gifts as well. Yeah. Work with your third eye. Your third eye and your solar plexus for my pile number 2s. And then we have transformation and change, because that's what's happening. There is transformation coming in here. But take care of the basics. Do what needs to be done. Make space for it to come through. With the 5 of Swords, you're feeling overwhelmed. This will pass. You will get clarity. You will have the opportunity show up. Lean into this for right now, pile number 2. Lean into your strength and your resilience. You're very strong. You're very resilient for a reason. A lot of transformation. This keeps coming up in all my readings, general and personal. This is a time of transformation. But have fun. Have fun with it. It doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to be super serious. Have fun with it. Yeah. Lean into your peace. We don't always get to choose what's happening. We don't always get to dictate what happens and when. But we get to dictate how we react to it. Yeah, and you will be going through a growth period. This is a period of growth for you. And pile number 2, this is going to help you with your spirituality. This is going to help you with your spiritual gifts. And this is going to help you connect to the right people, to the right energies, to the right opportunities. Spirit is saying create balance. All is well. I keep hearing that. All is well. For right now, it's all about healing. Everything else is going to fall into place when it's meant to. Pile number 2, I'm going to end this here. It feels like this is the right place to end it. I hope this resonated with you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Let me know if this resonated for you in the comment section below. Let me know what I should do next. I will be posting weekly. If you are wanting to book this as a personal reading, just look at my Etsy store. It is the Love Letter from Spirit. And I am sending you so much love, so many blessings. Thank you for allowing me to read for you, and we'll talk soon. Bye for now. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. This is going to be your reading if you were drawn to the Daughter of the Sacred Heart card. And for this group, actually, before we get into that, let's go through the disclaimers. As a reminder, it's a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind. You know yourself best. If it does not fit, do not force it to fit. I do offer this type of reading in my Etsy store. It's called Love Letter from Spirit. If you are interested, link is in bio. Thank you for being here. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. And now let's jump right into the reading. So, pile number 3. So this group, the message, what Spirit really wants to get out to you is a message of love and encouragement, and it's a gentle message. For this group, it feels like you're very hard on yourself. It feels like you are going through a period where you are learning about forgiveness, because there's a lot of I really want to say very critical energy here. And this could be from people outside of yourself. This could be from people that are very critical of you, that are very hard on you, that um, have a lot of expectations out of you. But I also feel for most of you, if not all of you, this is also your own energy. It's almost like my pile number threes, you've taken on someone else's energy and you've decided that they were right. You've decided that they have, uh, that they are allowed to, that they are allowed to put these expectations on you. And for some of you, you've taken on someone else's voice as your own. And it's a very difficult energy to be in for my pile number threes, where no matter what you do, and pile number three, you do so much, and you do so much that is right, and you do so much for yourself, and you do so much to accomplish your goals, it doesn't feel like it's enough. It feels like there's always something more that could have, should have, would have been done. And what you are going through right now is a period in time where you are realizing that you don't have to be perfect, that you are perfect as you are, that you are trying your best, that you are showing up, that you don't have to do everything perfectly. And this is a group that you may struggle with perfectionism, you may struggle with procrastination, you may struggle with imposter syndrome. And what you are going through is a period of healing where you are realizing that you are deserving of everything you want and more based on who you are, that you don't have to earn it. You don't have to be perfect. You are love. You were born of love, and you don't have to earn everything. And for some of you, what you're realizing is you don't have to earn love. You are realizing that you don't deserve to be attacked or put down by yourself and even other people. But like I said, for many of you, this energy is coming through as an energy of you are participating in some way in this. Let's get started. So I am going to use the Light Seer's Tarot deck, and I'm going to shuffle on camera. And we're going to get into the message for this reading. I'm going to allow the messages to come through until I feel I've reached a natural stopping point. So it could be longer than the other piles, shorter than the other piles, different things for different people. But let's get started here. Spirit, for my pile number threes, what message do you have for my pile number threes? Yeah, the moon. All right, let's get into it. With the moon coming up here, a lot of heavy emotions. Again, this is a group where you're very self-critical. You are very hard on yourself. You are very hard on who you are and your expectations of self. And for some of you, you've taken this voice on from like a parental figure, a caretaker. This is coming from childhood for some of you, where you just had to be... It's almost like you had to meet certain expectations in order to earn someone's love or in order to feel like you were loved. And right now you are in a place of dealing with shadow aspects. And the shadow is just a part of self that is deemed undesirable that needs to be integrated. So you've been doing shadow work, and I think for some of you, you've been very consciously doing the shadow work. And for others of you, it's kind of been happening in a way that you can't ignore it. You can't not deal with it. But regardless, it feels like my pile number threes, you've been doing shadow work, and you could have been going through a period of hermit mode. You could be going through a period of where you're just kind of spending time by yourself. You may be very low energy. You may be feeling overwhelmed. You may be feeling like you just want to be by yourself. There's a lot of internal work being done. There's a lot of self-awareness that you are gaining during this period of time. And for many of you, like I said, you have been feeling very low energy. You've been feeling like you just don't have the capacity, the energy to deal with other people. So you could be isolating yourself. For some of you, you are a life path number 9, 7, 11, or 22 is what's coming through. You don't have to be, but those energies are coming through, so I wanted to mention it. Also, Pisces, Virgo energy coming through very strongly. So you could be a Pisces North Node, a Virgo North Node. You could have Chiron in Pisces or Virgo. Cancer as well coming through. Those don't have to be your placements in order for this to resonate, but I wanted to mention it because it's there. But for my pile number 3s, this is a very deep healing period for you, where you are doing a lot of internal work, where you are going within and, figuring out who you are, where you've gotten certain ideas from. You are dismantling certain belief systems. You are becoming aware of your triggers, your tics. You are becoming aware of your reactions and why you react to certain things the way that you do. And you are making progress, but in your real day-to-day life, you are not seeing this progress showing up. So this could be a little bit frustrating. It may feel like, I'm taking 3 steps forward, 2 steps back. For some of you, I'm hearing I'm taking 3 steps forward, 3 steps back. So it may feel like things aren't really happening the way that you want them to. But Spirit is saying you are doing this healing work, and all of this is coming up for a reason. This is coming up because it's ready to be transmuted. For some of you, you have very strong alchemist energy, and alchemy is just taking something in its form and transforming it, transmuting it to its highest potential. So for example, taking heartbreak and transforming it into love, into peace. Taking sadness and transforming it into joy, into understanding. You are a spiritual alchemist, pile number 3, and you are very closely connected to the divine feminine. For some of you, Persephone, Hecate, the Morrigan, Goddess Brigid. A lot of different goddess energy coming in for this group, but right now you are undergoing a period of deep healing, and it's bringing up a lot of pain. It's bringing up a lot of past trauma for some of you, actual trauma that is coming up. And Spirit is saying you are getting to where you want to be. You are getting to where you need to be. Trust and believe in that. For some of you, having a gratitude practice could be very helpful over the next couple of weeks, because I do feel like you're in this place where the next couple of weeks are going to be a little bit on the intense side, where things are going to be coming up. And for some of you, this was activated by the Pisces lunar eclipse that just happened. I am recording this September 22nd, 2024. This is a general reading, and this is a timeless reading. So if you're watching it and this is already past, that's okay. The message still resonates. It's just that if you're watching this as I'm recording this, for some of you, that Pisces partial lunar eclipse that just happened last week, I believe it was on September 17th, 2024, really activated this energy for you. And what you are realizing is your strength. What you are realizing is how strong you are, how resilient you are. For many of you, you are the person that other people go to when they need help and advice. And you need a timeout from that. And that is okay. Spirit is saying that is truly okay. Let's bring in another deck. I am being guided for this group to use the Awakened Soul. And I'll show you the box. But let's see what else Spirit has to say for my pile number 3s. Spirit, for my pile number 3s, what other messages do you have here? We're going to take both of these at once. Yeah, meditate. And I think you've been spending, pile number 3, for some of you, you've been spending a lot of this hermit mode, a lot of this energy in meditation. For others of you, it's an encouragement to meditate. Yeah, you're connecting with who you are. You're connecting with the truth of who you are. You are embracing different parts of yourself. For some of you, you are getting vulnerable with yourself. You are seeing yourself for who you truly are. And that takes a lot of courage, because you're tired of being in this energy of feeling left out, of feeling distraught, of grief, of sadness, of heartbreak, of betrayal. For some of you, you are healing that energy of where you felt like you just didn't belong. You are healing loneliness for some of you, where even when you are surrounded by people, you still feel lonely. You still feel like you can't show who you truly are. This group is going through a healing cycle where you are healing your ability to show up and be who you are and be more vulnerable. Um, yeah, there's a death and rebirth here. There is a death of the old, and this is a very metaphorical death, right? The letting go, the transforming, the death of who you once were to be reborn into who you are at this point. And for many of you, what you are going through is also learning how to accept yourself, learning how to embrace the truth of who you are and what you represent and what you like and what you don't like. And this has been a very challenging thing for many of you. This has been a cycle that you've been working through on and off since you were a child. Again, a lot of expectations from different people. This could be from culture, this could be from parents, caretakers, this could be from just society in general. And what you are learning to do, pile number 3, and Spirit is saying we love this for you, is you are learning to embrace who you truly are. You are learning to love yourself for who you truly are. And what many of you are realizing is, if I can't love myself for who I am, how can I expect other people to love me for who I am? And you're also realizing that if you can't accept yourself, it's going to be very hard to find people who accept you for who you truly are. And that relationships that are not based on honesty and transparency are not even worth it. And I'm not just talking about romantic relationships. This is any relationship, friendships, co-workers, anything like that. Yeah, and you're persevering. You're not going to give up. You're not someone who's going to give up. You're going to keep pushing through. And anytime you think you don't want to deal with this, this is why this is a cycle. It keeps coming back up. Because it's time for you to embrace all of who you are. Again, for this group, there's a lot of shadow work that's been happening. It's integration. You are integrating your true self. You are integrating the truth of who you are. I love this. You're not going to be afraid to be seen, to be heard, to stand up, to be exactly who you are and what you were meant to be. Because for some of you, you've been hiding for a while and you're tired of that. The Two of Wands, you're going to be expanding your horizons. You're going to be stepping out of your comfort zone. For some of you, you're going to be put into the spotlight. And if you're someone who's been wanting to start like a YouTube channel, a TikTok, you've been wanting to write a book, you've been wanting to share something with the collective, you are building up to that. You are building up to that energy because you're learning how to trust yourself and trust the process. You are also learning how to trust the universe, because what many of you are realizing is the universe has got my back. And that's been quite the realization that you're going through. Your spirit team has your back. For some of you, there are new friendships that are coming in as a result of this. For others of you, there's already a friend that really supports you and that helps you, and that person can help you through this period. But right now, you're seeking sanctuary within yourself. You're learning about yourself. You're getting to know yourself before you can take that leap, right? Before you can move forward, before you can transition. You're still in that place of, let me be in this cocoon. And Spirit is saying, allow yourself to be in that cocoon guilt-free, because you're going to come out of it very strong. You're going to come out of it being your authentic self. For someone here, embracing who you are is also, because we saw that sensuality card. For someone here, you are realizing who you are and what you love and what your preferences are. And there could be someone that's watching this that's LGBTQ, and you're about to share that with your circle. You're gaining the confidence to step out. Regardless, you're gaining the confidence to be yourself, to embrace yourself for who you are. And that's a beautiful energy. And this is going to help you move forward with more confidence. This is going to help you move forward and be who you are without feeling like you have to fake it, without feeling like you have to fit in and force yourself to be something that you are not. And what this hermit mode, what this time within, what this sanctuary is helping you do is get clear about what your vision is. Right now, for this group, your third eye chakra is very, very active. And this family card is saying here, I really do believe for many of you, these expectations were placed on you by family, by caretakers, by people that you grew up with. And for some of you, what you're going to realize is that those people are going to accept you for who you are. And for those of you that that's not the case, there is a family that is out there for you that you are going to create, that is going to be supportive and loving of you. But right now you're still in this process of thinking things through, of planning. And that's okay. Again, you don't have to force yourself to take action before you are ready. Don't compare yourself to other people. But for this group, there's this energy of allowing other people to inspire you, allowing other people to help you. This is a group where allowing others to love you, to give to you, is very important for your own well-being. And you're gaining a different perspective about yourself, about life, about what life could be. That there are many opportunities, that not every single one is right for you, but that not every single one is a bad one. Because I think this group almost had a issue with seeing the worst and never seeing what could be good, what could be the best. Yeah, and what you're realizing is that who you are is already abundant. Who you are is loving. Who you are deserves love, and that you can create the life that you want, and that you can have the abundant life that you deserve. Some of you are really at this time going within, and for some of you, Spirit is communicating with music. For others of you, spending time in nature can be very helpful. But this is a group where you're very close to music. So when you're upset, like if you listen to a song and it seems to stand out, it seems to be talking to you, listen, because that is a message from the universe. A lot of messages about family for this group, a lot of messages about loved ones and support, and having that gift of support. Spirit is saying you will have that regardless, whether it comes from blood family or whether it comes from a different type of family. It will be yours, and you will have what you desire. But right now you're still moving through the labyrinth of life. You're still moving through almost a confusion, right? Because there's still a lot of things that are overwhelming. There's still a lot of things that are not clear for you. But there's happiness here. You will have happiness. And you will figure this out. You will gain the clarity that you need to move through this period of time. But you're going to have to do so with boundaries. I really think for my pile number 3s, you're going to have boundaries with yourself and other people, so that other people can't affect your peace, so that other people don't get to decide who you are, and what you represent. That is for you to decide. And right now, what you're learning is about boundaries. For some of you, you are in therapy, or someone is helping you with these boundaries. Yeah, because you're connecting to your higher self so that you are aware what your boundaries are. A lot of self-forgiveness is happening for this group. And for some of you, you're forgiving someone else as well. And you're learning to ground yourself and to understand that the only approval that you need is your own. That when you get to the end of your life and you look back at the life that you lived, what's going to matter is that you did the things that were right for you, and that you can listen to other people, but you don't have to do exactly what other people are telling you to do. And you're going to be ready for action soon. For some of you, you have a connection to Artemis. This could also, for me, represent Sagittarius energy. Goddess Diana coming through as well. Yeah, you're just clearing out the confusion. For some of you, you're getting ready to make a choice. And once you make a choice, you're going to be moving forward with more confidence than ever. But right now, you still need the silence because you're not sure what that choice is. But the choice you're going to make is going to open a door for you. It's going to give you a key. And the thing is, you already have the key. You just need it's almost like you just need the strength and the courage to step through and use the key, because you're going to be setting new foundations. That's what's coming through very strongly here, because you're going to be, this shapeshift is just you becoming who you truly are. For some of you, the wolf is a spirit animal. For others of you, you have a dog companion that is helping you through this point in time. If someone here wants to get a dog, you will find a dog. The right dog is out there for you. Follow your intuition on that. Yeah, there's a new beginning here for this group. There's a new beginning. It's coming in, and I love it for you. But again, that solitude. You got to take that time. This is a group that's very attached to animals. You have a lot of spirit animals. This could be a group where you do volunteer work with animals as well. Once you're done with this solitude, you're going to come out with more energy, and you're going to come out. Some of you are coming out of the closet. I keep saying coming out, and that's what I'm getting the image of, a closet. Somebody's coming out of the closet. But with this Page of Wands, that's not going to resonate with everyone. Only take it if it resonates. But with this Page of Wand, you are going to be more adventurous. You are going to be more courageous to try the things that you've want to try. Some of you struggle with social anxiety, and it's because you are afraid to be seen. You are afraid to be judged. That there's healing happening in that. And like I said, some of you are working with a therapist. Yeah, ground yourself. Grounding yourself is so important for this group. Spirit is really saying that. Yeah, there's an end of a cycle here and a beginning of a new one. Look at that. End of a cycle, beginning of a new one. And that's why you're unplugging right now. For some of you, take a social media break until you are more sure. Some of you may have to unfollow certain people that just make you feel doubt yourself. The Page of Cups, yeah. You're connecting to your dreamer energy. You're connecting to what it is that you want, to what it is that you desire, to your true self. Some of you are very creative and you've been creatively blocked, and it's because of all of this energy that's showing up here, where you just, it's very hard to create if you can't be vulnerable with yourself, and if you have imposter syndrome where you're comparing yourself to other people. Practice gratitude for this group. Yeah, this is the essence of who you are, regardless of gender. The Queen of Wands, who is charismatic, bold, outgoing, independent, not afraid to live life to the beat of her own drum. That is who you are. And that's why you're going through this cleanse right now. For some of you, sage or smudge your area. Get rid of some of that energy that's in there, so that you can connect better to yourself, to your higher self. For some of you, yoga or some sort of body movement can be very helpful. I'm hearing walking as well, to clear out the confusion. Because you're magic. Some of you are witches. I said this. Some of you identify as witches. Spell work. Affirmations. Some of you are also tarot readers. This is a group that's very connected to the elements. And you're going to have a choice on what you want to do, what you want to follow. And Spirit is saying, go with your heart's desires. Go with what you desire. Go with what you know what's right for you. Forget about everything else. Because what you've been doing this far has not been getting you to where you want to be. There's a lot of frustration. There's a lot of apathy. And you don't want to live in that energy. You are meant to be a leader. You are meant to take the leadership role in your own life. That is your right. That is your gift. But for now, just rest, nest, give to yourself, love on yourself. Because you're releasing that which no longer serves. You're also releasing yourself. This is a gift of freedom that you're giving yourself. Pile number 3. All is well. I really keep getting that for this pile. Pile number 3, that is what I have for you. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. If you are interested in booking a personal reading, check out my Etsy store linked below. Thank you for allowing me to read for you once again. I'm sending you so much love, so many blessings, and we will talk soon. Bye for now.